Ian Holloway has branded the decision to send off Nuno Espirito Santo at the end of Saturday's pulsating victory over Leicester and silly and stupid. Like many Wolves fans, the pundit drew a comparison with Jurgen Klopp's on-field celebration after Liverpool's late win over Everton, which went unpunished. Speaking on talkSPORT, Holloway noted that the same official was involved in both incidents. Kavanagh suggested he had dismissed the Wolves boss after being censured for failing to act against Klopp. You could see Nuno was itching. He was slapping the hands of his staff and he thought, "I'm going to celebrate with the players," Holloway told Jim White's show. Wolves linked with record transfer as Celtic swoop for Nuno outcast. Instead of running on the pitch, he ran up the side and then he ran behind the goal, and he wanted to say to the lad, Hoda, who's had some injury problems, "Well done. But when he gets back, off you go. Now I know rules are rules, but I know what happens as a referee." The same ref didn't send off Klopp for doing it against Everton. He didn't send him off. I wish he didn't send off Nuno, because where does it stop? Kavanagh, obviously got a ticking off from his bosses and he's now sent him off. I thought it was silly, it was stupid. With the passion, with the pressure managers are under, you should be allowed to celebrate to a point. Klopp was retrospectively fined £8,000 while Santo could also face a fine as well as being sent off. More Wolves. Leicester City only had themselves to blame for giving Ruben Neves the freedom of Molyneux in the 7-goal thriller at Wolves, according to BBC pundit Garth Crooks. Neves was in Crooks' Team of the Week for his dominating midfield performance against the Foxes, where the 21-year-old continued to pull the strings for Wolves in their return to the top flight. "We've seen Neves destroy the opposition before at Molyneux, so while Leicester gave this very talented Portugal international the room to do what he does best was a complete mystery to me. Is it any wonder that Claude Puel was blowing a gasket on the touchline?" Crooks reckons Diogo Jota could have scored more than a hat-trick for Wolves in the 4-3 victory if he performed better in front of goal. Portugal international tour apart a sorry Leicester side in a dramatic victory for Wolves on Saturday, which sent Nuno Espirito Santo's side up to 8th in the Premier League table. Hoda, who entered the game with only 2 goals to his name this season, took just 4 minutes to open the scoring at Molyneux as Wolves raced into a 2-goal lead at the break, although Claude Puel's side responded after the restart, with Demarai Gray firing home and Connor Cody sending the ball into his own net. "Yes, I would. Back to Pelé. Utter disgrace. Pretty picture. A topsy-turvy affair was far from over though as Hoda scored again to restore Wolves' advantage, only to see Wes Morgan equalise, but a magical performance from the 22-year-old was capped off with the winning goal in stoppage time. Despite describing Hoda as razor-sharp, Crooks suggested there was more to come from the former Atletico Madrid man and his haul from the game could have increased if he was more clinical in the final third. Hoda looked razor-sharp against a Leicester City side in desperate need of leadership. He tormented the Foxes and, with better finishing, might have scored more than his hat-trick, he wrote in his BBC Team of the Week column. Crooks was also critical of the decision to send Nuno Espirito Santo to the stands after he took to the field to celebrate the dramatic winner, pointing out the same referee did not take action against Liverpool's Jurgen Klopp last month. "What really grated with me was the sending off of Nuno Espirito Santo. The Premier League insists such behaviour warrants a sending off and referee Kavanagh duly obliged. So why didn't the same referee send off Jurgen Klopp against Everton at Anfield in December? Kavanagh clearly made a mistake."